I think I'm a pioneer. From where I come from, I'm from Delaware, Ohio. People I went to school with, they would agree. Like, what's going on, y'all? It's Zach or Juice Visuals. Today we about to answer some juicy questions. Let's get into it. How do I measure my own growth as a creative? That's a great question. I would say the way I measure my growth as a creative is seeing the engagement I get on my content, seeing the before and after, seeing the the return on my investment, and that could be from doing simple projects to doing full-scale productions. I think I see my success measured by how my client responds, how I feel about it. So there's a lot of different factors that I add up and put into account when it comes to my success and if my content is being successful, and how I can gauge it. Nice, that was a great question. I've been shooting music videos for about 4 or 5 years now. I started off in 2016 just doing photography. I grew into doing videos. I think that since doing music videos, I've realized that there's a lot of hungry artists out there. There's a lot of great talent out there. Being based in Columbus, Ohio, I see that there's a lot of talent in my city. So that's exciting, but also there's just emerging artists all over the country. So seeing people put that work in, seeing people invest their money, and seeing people work with like-minded people like myself and creatives, that's what I enjoy. I enjoy working with people who are focused, who are disciplined, and like putting out quality, top-tier, consistent content. And there's people out there who are doing that. I think right now, 2025, content is king. People are taking that risk and taking that next step to put themselves in front of a camera and be, who they really authentically are. And yeah, I would say that there's a whole bunch of music out here. People are hungry. In my shoes, not really. In other people's shoes, anybody can pick up a camera, anybody can push buttons, but that doesn't mean you're gonna have a lasting effect. That doesn't mean you're gonna have content that has any depth or uniqueness to it. There's a caveat in that you could pick up a camera and go take a picture for your friends, and you might make a couple dollars, or you could really put the time and effort in to learn your technology, learn your craft, learn your softwares. And really be about it. I don't think it's a get-rich-quick scheme. I think you gotta really dedicate your time and your effort and your energy into learning, like I said, all of the parts of it. So you can see a lot of money in it, but you gotta put that legwork in, you gotta network correctly, and you gotta focus on the quality, not the quantity. My long-term goal with video creation, I would say in the next 2 to 5 years, I'd like to have a full-scale media agency, and that's consisting of a portfolio of different shooters, a portfolio of different editors. I want to have set designers, I want to have PAs, I want to have directors on set. I want to be able to really build a whole agency where creators and artists and entertainers or whoever can come to me. They can ask for just edits. They can come to me for full-scale production. We can do concepting. We can do treatments. We can do your exotic car props. We can do your mansions, your models, your yachts, your jets, whatever your vision is. We can put it together. So it's already starting to be there. I'm here in this room for a reason right now. I use a lot of these tools to add value to my projects and add value to my brand. So everything is on track to where it needs to be. I think you gotta come back to just remembering why you started and why you're here. Remember that there's a passion for it. This isn't just about money. This isn't just about, a quick get-rich-quick scheme. You got to realize, like, I picked up a camera for a reason. I love capturing moments. I love capturing people's memories and experiences. So I think I'm able to keep a positive mindset, and I can keep myself, uplifted even when things are hard outside of work. My personal life can get heavy sometimes. My family life can get heavy sometimes, and so on. So, just remembering that you have this God-given talent. It's important whether you're in a creative or whether you're doing business or whatever, industry you're working in. Remember why you started and remember why you're here. And then you'll never work a day in your life if you love what you do. I think it's a mix of both, honestly. I think you can be at the right place at the wrong time. I think you can be at the wrong place at the right time. I would say, like I said in the previous question, you got to really put your man hours in, and you got to really put that effort, and you got to put that foot forward to really open up those doors. I wouldn't be where I'm at today if I didn't have, that hustle bone in me. I never had the talent, but I grew into the talent to what I am today. I would say I had the hustle and the ambition before I had the talent. The talent grew as I did it more and more. So I think if you're determined to build a business or have a goal or, create something that's awesome, you got to put those reps in. Anybody who's great at something is going to tell you put them reps in. Camera work and content is the same exact thing. If you work with me for the first time, you're paying that full price. I don't care who you are. You could be Santa Claus, you could be the president of the United States. You got to pay that first ticket. Then that shows me, okay, I take they take their job seriously. They want to spend their hard-earned money with me. I'm going to give them a high-quality product. So first time, you got to spend that. You got to spend that bag. Second time, third time, fourth time, that's when I'll start to be a little bit more lenient. But really, you got to consistently come and work with me. You know, I need the people that are locking in on month-long, retainers, and people are trying to work, on a weekly basis and a monthly basis rather than a single project basis. So if I see you take your craft or your business serious, and you take it serious with me, I'm gonna always throw you deals or throw you discounts or throw different good packages together your way. But like I said, you gotta pay to play. I think collaboration is a wonderful tool and a wonderful asset to a lot of creators, especially this day, bro. It's 2025. Short form content is killing the game on the internet. I think that if you can be in rooms with like-minded people who do similar things as you guys are only going to grow together. Too many times people get caught up on the followers and the engagement and the numbers side of it rather than just being a genuine, authentic, good person. And that's important, You can be a shithead and have everything in the world, but people won't respect you or want you around them. But you can be a great person and be all right at what you at, but people love you for who you are. So one message I'll say is just be authentic, be yourself, and that'll do more for you than being somebody that you're not.